Hey, I'm John. Welcome to Mr. G's Workbench, and we're going to run through another build today. Today is going to be the A-1H Skyraider from Tamiya in 1/48 scale. And rather than build the 10 millionth version with the bumblebee on the tail, we're going to be using some decals from Cutting Edge. It's from a limited edition Skyraider set they did to commemorate Commander Gary Witters. Apparently he flew all these different versions of the Skyraider. So today we're doing this orange and white version. It's from the U.S. Marines, based out of Quantico in AES-12 Squadron, which I believe was a test and evaluation squadron. So we're going to build the kit basically out of the box. Looks to be a good kit, doesn't need much. The only things we're adding are resin wheels, and we're using the 3D instrument panels from Quinta Studios. So before we get started, I'll just take a quick minute to self-advertise. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and be notified every time I put out a new video. And if at the end of all this mess, you like the results, you like the video, then I hope you'll like and subscribe, all right? So let's jump in and take a look at step one, all right? Let's take a look. I've decided not to go and video the painting process. I'd rather just explain it quickly rather than subject you to music over images of me airbrushing. So once the plane was assembled, I didn't have the horizontal stabilizers installed. I primed everything in Mr. Surfacer 1000 gray. I sanded that primer coat down to get a smooth finish, and I then proceeded to paint the white portions of the plane. The white portions are MRP Insignia white, and I like it if you've got a properly prepared surface and you don't have to touch up with a brush. It's a good paint to go with. It's not white. It's white without being overwhelming. I did that. Then I painted the orange portions with MRP International Orange. I got that on. While I still had some orange in the cup, I added a dot of yellow to the paint. And then I came back and I started highlighting some of the panels and the flaps and stuff. This orange is supposed to be really prone to wear, and I want to show like a worn, kind of beat up plane. So I painted everything that needed to be painted orange. Then I did these large black sections on the sides of the fuselage that cover up the exhaust soot. I did the anti-glare on top. And after that, then there was a series of touch-ups because I can never get this kind of stuff right the first time. Once those three basic colors were done to my satisfaction, I came back, I painted the leading edges of the wings and the leading edges of the stabilizers and the leading edge of the rudder with, I used Vallejo's Duraluminum. After that, I came back, I painted this section behind the cockpit with the cockpit color, which is dark gold gray. I painted these black panels here on the wings. I went back and I used that. Oh, the black I used here was MRP's Jet Black. It was pretty good. You can see here I had to sand this down. It had a rough finish. I sanded it. I'm going to come back and I'm going to once again touch that up. But for the most part, anything I'm going to do in terms of paint on the fuselage itself is done. So we'll get back to some detail work now, and I'll continue the assembly. So there you go. That's the build. The Tamiya kit. It's Tamiya kit. What can I say? Goes together well. No issues to speak of, and I'm happy with this version just because it's different. You know, usually if you see the ones in Navy markings, it's always the one off the Intrepid with the Killer Bee on the tail and stuff. Like, okay, I get it. I wanted to do something different, so we went with this. I didn't put any bombs on it because, honestly, I tried Googling AES 12. And the only thing I found out, it's some kind of test and evaluation squadron. And I'm guessing by the target logos that it has something to do with weapons. That was all I could figure out, but I didn't know if it would typically carry weapons. So the only things I wasn't too thrilled about were, well, this is the first time I've done this exhaust staining, which obviously the Skyraider was notorious for. So, you know, I've certainly done worse. And the stuff I did like, I liked the wear effect I got on the propeller. I was happy with that. For the most part, I was happy with, it was the first time I completely used an oil for panel line washes. I was pretty happy with that. My biggest complaints are back here and on the other side. When I went to wipe off the panel liner, you know, where it had come out of the panel lines, when I went to wipe it down, I think the white spirits I was using reacted with the acrylic finish somehow, but I don't know how, I don't know what. The Quinta 3D panels, I was pleasantly, you know, surprised with them. They went on well. The only issue I had was with the seat belts. They weren't as flexible as I thought they'd be. But overall, I'm happy with this. You know, let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, I welcome feedback. So before we go, thank you to my channel members. I appreciate the extra support you guys provide. It's much appreciated. If you want to become a channel member, if you look down below the screen, you'll see it says join. It's $1.99 US a month, and everything I get from there goes towards the channel. So thank you again, guys, for being channel members. Thank you all that have subscribed. We're up over 2,030 subscribers. Blows my mind. I've been saying that through the course of the last 2 years. Every time we reach another milestone, I'm always happy and I'm flattered. I appreciate everyone who comes and watches the videos here. And I honestly don't know what my next project is going to be. Whatever it is, you'll be the first to know, all right? So until the next time we get together, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And stay well and take care, okay? See you soon.